Hey, everybody. If you offend easily, well, aren't you a naughty one for sticking around? So, today I want to talk to y'all about a deity that I'm not entirely sure I have accurate. I just know she's here. I know what she feels like. I can tell when she wants something, and I know when she got here. Okay? Because I don't have a name for her, the closest I may have gotten, I had someone say that she's Oya, the goddess of change, weather and change. What I've looked up about her has been kind of confusing, and not really confusing. I guess I could just use some better education, but it's like at the point I'm at, what I read is having trouble sticking sometimes. So I've learned not to be over cocky in what I think I know in my videos because apparently I've been wrong in a video or two. So, but for lack of any other name to have to call her, I've been calling her Oya, and whatever's going on there seems to be okay with that. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but remember that if you offend easy, you're just in the wrong place. So, if you're still here at this point, well, um, so this would be 2019, right after some female concerns caused me to have my uterus removed. That's right. If you get squeamish about that sort of thing, run now because, ooh, we're getting into it. So I lost my uterus, and my hormones were changing at that point anyway. I come from a family where female problems are common. So apparently, I'm one of the ones that lasted the longest, from what I'm to understand. So, yay on me. Um, right at that time, a lot of things changed, and those who remember know what was going on in 2019 and 2020. This was the end of 2019 when all of this started for me. So by 2020, it was a lot was going on. So, um, this dream happened because a lot of change was happening. The place we were living in, we were selling in the midst of all of it. Um, and, well, we were trying to sell in the midst of everything. And so much change was going on. And this dream popped up. And it was this woman, very dark complexion, beautiful skin, beautiful skin. Wow, she kind of glistened really nicely. She had this white dress. It looked like just a plain white dress. And she was wearing a red scarf in her hair. And these other two women who were dressed similarly were flanking either side of her. And she was sitting in front of a cauldron of one of the houses I wanted. One of the houses I really liked. And she was cutting up some meat and throwing it over her right shoulder. And she just kept asking me what my uterus was worth. Like, I'm going to have to think on that one. And she just kept asking. And I remember I was very afraid, and I got on my knees and kind of put my head down. Like, I was really afraid in the dream because she just kind of kept yelling at me, what was it worth? And I didn't have an answer, but I knew I had to answer, as soon as I woke up, because I was aware I was dreaming. I'm very aware when I'm dreaming. Um, and so when I woke up, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out who this was and figuring out how to answer that question. I knew at that point a ritual was required. And within 2 weeks, I had a ritual set up. And that was, I've referenced that ritual before when I've talked about other deities. I invited a slew of them, along with her, into this ritual that I did. And I had somebody else suggest from what I was describing that was Oya, which the more research I did, not exactly. Not a lot of the research correlated. I just know whatever is here doesn't mind being referred to as Oya. And I've since put up some correct idols of Oya and drawings. No, I'm not going to go show you. Apparently, I've got deities that don't want to be on camera. I found out yesterday. Um, and I had another one suggest Momo Brigitte. We're looking more your Cajun, your Creole, your your those ancestries, and whatever she is also does not mind being referred to as Momo Brigitte. In fact, a lot of the offerings that I'm making lean more towards Momo Brigitte, and it seems to be pleasing. We're looking at some really nice cigars, some really nice alcohol, likes peppers, likes heat and intensity. Like we're getting a lot of, you know, there's just a lot of coins, and yeah, I'm making a lot of offerings to this one because this one is very firm in what it wants when it wants. And I may not have the correct deity. I just know that I hear it when it makes its request. And I know how to appease it when I want something from it. And I've also learned not to ask for anything unless I really mean it. So after I did that ritual, I'm not going to get into all the details yet. One of these days I'm going to actually find I written the whole thing up and I'm going to read it to y'all, but not yet. Not today. I just know that when I did the ritual, the house I wanted fell through. And this one popped up. Like we were kind of directly ushered into this one. Which, circumstance being, apparently we're not going to lose this. Like I said, Auntie Rose has got this. And I'm getting into what happened yesterday. I'm leading up to it. When I moved into this house, Oya and Demeter really came together. Both of them were at the ritual, but they really came together once we got to this house. Okay? In fact, they share... The altar I have is multi-tiered, and I have Oya on one and Demeter on the other, and they're okay with each. Like they pair up. They pair up when they pair up against me a lot. I don't know why. I don't question it. I just do as I'm told. Hold on. Auntie Rose needs some coffee. Give me a second. The wind out here has my allergies all crazy. And oh yeah, weather. There's a lot of wind going on. I'm not questioning it. I'm just doing what I'm told. All right. So yeah, when I want something from them, I have learned. So I live at there's a dead end kind of small cul-de-sac, not really a cul-de-sac. It's a dead end with a path leading to a main area that hasn't been developed yet. But it's very dead back there, and a lot of the homeless go back there and make a mess. No, I don't clean up that mess. Mm-mm. But I do clean up everything else. The torn up paper, the bags that have been thrown, or like the plastic bags that get stuck on the trees and little branches and stuff out back there. And apparently people come hang out and just kind of dump stuff on the regular. Like I have found, like today I found a license plate back there. A shelf somebody had broken apart and just left the wood pieces all over the place. Whole books and catalogs and pictures and bills and mail. Like, it's crazy. There's these bushes back there with these tiny little purplish blue flowers all over them that smell so good oh, it's so pretty. But it gets dirty back there. And the city only cleans twice a year. So... nobody's taking care of it back there. And when I moved in, one day I got tired of looking at it and I started cleaning. And as soon as I did, both Oya and Demeter kind of went off that yay. And I suddenly got a whole abundance of blessings. And I'm like, okay. So, but I've learned I can't go do that all the time because they don't want to give it to me all the time. But I have learned that when I want something, I let them know what I want and I go clean back there. So y'all may remember that Auntie Rose has got this. Auntie Rose is going to get what she wants. Well, yesterday, the place I went to, apparently an AI scheduled me and nobody knew I was coming. Nobody was there to do my interview. Like, I wasn't supposed to be there, apparently. AI decided to screw with me. So I came home like, I didn't even get a chance. Damn, I was just simply told, no, you're not supposed to interview. And I came home going, I don't get it. I felt this surge of energy. I don't understand. I still feel that surge of energy. I don't get it. What happened? Last time I cleaned, apparently somebody noticed me cleaning because there was one of those sweep. Brain is not all the way awake. Need more coffee. One of those little sweep things, and you sweep the mess into it, and you carry it out. It was one of them had been left for me. But the place didn't need cleaning, and by the time it started to need cleaning, it was really bad wind. So I decided to wait until all the mess was attached to everything back there. Well, apparently this was wrong because everything happened like that yesterday. I wasn't scheduled to clean until today. I had scheduled myself to clean today. And I went to this interview that didn't happen yesterday and didn't work. And when I went out there today to do the cleaning I had scheduled, the tools that had been left for me had been removed. And I'm like, oh, I'm running late on my offering. That's why I didn't get my job. I was late on my offering. And so, wind and all, I went out there today and I cleaned the area up by hand, which is what I've been doing anyway. I'd just been, put on some gloves, grab some bags, go pick it all up and throw it away, you know? So, I feel better knowing, okay, I figured out what was wrong. I'm feeling better. I still feel it. Let's see what happens. All right? So, when whatever it is, whether it be Oya and all the wind, Momo Brigitte and all of her requests, Demeter and her, Demeter's been very gentle but firm. It's been interesting. But I grabbed the wrong deck. I'm going to do a reading. See if I'm on the right track, but I feel good. It's always the Queen of Cups. It's always the Queen of Cups. It's always the Queen of Cups. So, she's in reverse for a change, and I've got a Four of Swords. So there's the anticipation, I'm not feeling my most stable. My emotions are kind of all over the place in anxiety and anticipation of what's coming next. I mean, you don't really see it well with this deck. But in a normal, regular, I can't say normal because they're all beautiful and wonderful, but in your standard tarot deck, this is usually someone who's sleeping underneath the swords. And it's sleep now, be prepared for what's coming later. Sleeping nervously because of what's hanging above you, the weight of the world kind of crushing you a little bit. Okay, like, yep, I'm there. We're doing this, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. All right, need to cross-reference my other deck, but this is just extreme loss of finances from the look of this. And the fact that it's in reverse, like, okay, we may be given a chance, we may be given a break, we may be given reprieve of the circumstances. Like, I still feel extremely confident despite the circumstances. It's crazy. I've been sitting here for a bit, kind of falling apart, not feeling my anchor, not feeling my stability. And now that I've kind of just stood up and said enough, suddenly I feel very strong for the first time in a while. So, let me look up my Seven of Pentacles, but I know I always got to go back to the home deck. It's just been that long since and no, I'm not sitting here every day between readings and learning. I've got a life to go take care of, okay? Specifically, I got to go make that money. So, for y'all are sitting there going, you still don't know after all these? Yeah, I still don't know. All right? Don't be that way. Don't be that person. But, yeah. I want to make sure. I want to see. And the rest of you who are saying, why don't you just use the other deck? No, I got to practice, remember? Can't have it both ways. Oh my God. Is it the last? No, oh, finance is growing. Oh, that's right. He's planted the pentacles in the ground like seeds, and the plants are gonna grow. Money's gonna grow. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. So, um, I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to get my seeds to grow. I'm watering my plants, which I'm actually doing. Y'all, I overwater my garden on the regular, but gosh, if they're not drinking it up this year, it's crazy. Oh, look, great change. Our lovely little death card here. Great change. Yeah, I know. It's because I'm making it happen. There's a reason why Eris has been on my shoulder a lot lately. Four of Cups. Okay, I need to look that one up too, because I can't tell if he's stressing or indulging. This is how we learn. This is how we learn. This is how we remember. It's been a while. It's been 3 years? Something like that. It's been a while. But that's okay. So, oh, yeah, no, we have lamenting, we have sorrow, we have loss. Okay, this is also, see, I like this deck's depiction. I find it makes more sense, but probably because this is the one I learned with. So this is someone who's essentially crying over spilt milk. That's essentially what's going on. This is someone who's so focused on what they've lost that they don't understand that the biggest cup is still standing. And I'll admit, that's been me for the last few years, y'all, where I've been sitting there boo-hooing when I had it good. And I don't know if that's just perimenopause slapped me upside the head. I don't know if my own actual bipolar smacked me upside the head. I believe it was probably a combo of both. Smacked everybody else upside the head. But yeah, okay, so we have the cards identifying that what I'm feeling is correct. Changes on the wind. I've been whining a little too long, and it's about time I got off my keister and started doing something. So I'm telling you, I got this. And now that I've made the proper offering, I think everything feels a lot better. At least better than it did yesterday. All right, y'all. I've kept y'all long enough. Y'all have a great day. Y'all specific energy for today, because I want to start getting into this habit. Y'all get a reverse King of Swords. Put your sword down. Calm your tits. Or your everything else. I don't care. Calm whatever it is you clutching on to. Calm your pearls. Calm your pearls. I like that. That's what we're going to go with. Calm your pearls. Remember, Auntie Rose said it first. Speaking of things that have been said first somewhere, I don't know if anybody else has ever said this. I don't think so. I didn't find it anywhere, but my husband made the comment today. What was it? Oh, God, what was it? Keep the Matrix guessing. Keep the Matrix guessing. We were discussing how, so he's taking a trip and I was looking at potential new homes. So apparently this made the AI and the algorithms decide that apparently we're moving out of state. So I started getting ads about moving out of state. I'm like, no. My St. Alan pops up with keep the Matrix guessing. I'm like, I like that. So you heard it there. You heard it there first, folks. That's St. Alan's words. Okay. Either way, have a great one. Calm your keisters. Calm your pearls. Bye, y'all.